Hi everyone, so for our vlog today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my most favorite Japanese skincare products, and I am hoping in doing this video, this can be useful for you, especially if you are planning to go to Japan sometime soon and if you're interested to play around with some Japanese skincare products. Now, let me also say that I have been using a number of these products for at least a year and a half, and I have been loving how they have worked for me. So I am also hoping that in putting out this video, and if we share the same skincare sentiments or some effects that you are looking for, then this video is for you. Also, one thing, by the way, I am shooting under natural light today, and I'm glad that it's cloudy because it's just a much more better reflection of the light on the skin, and you can see on how these products really do look like on natural skin. Okay, all right, so the first product that I'm going to be talking about is the Shiseido Eudermine. So this is a removing lotion, so it's a toner of sorts, and what I love about this is that it's actually very gentle but also effective. It just has a way of removing any excess makeup or even dead skin cells on my skin, and it just leaves a very nice supple finish on my skin, a very nice plumping effect. And truthfully, I didn't know that this existed, and when I saw this at the drugstore in Tokyo, I just love the packaging of it. It's a very nostalgic packaging because this is how the packaging for Eudermine was from Shiseido back in the 80s. So I just said, it's very cute, let me try and get it. And when I started using it, I actually loved its effect on my skin. And the way that I use this, by the way, I don't use this on a daily basis, but I use this in lieu of my other toners in my skincare routine. So for example, if in the morning I use my regular toner, the one with Mandelic acid and Monolaurin, so that's kind of strong. So after I've used that, and then I would put on some makeup, try some makeup, or do a vlog. At the end of that video, I would need to remove all of my makeup and cleanse my skin. And instead of using the toner that I used that morning, I would actually use this because it's just gentler, and I'm not over exfoliating my skin, and that's very important for me because over exfoliating your skin is actually one of the causes of having blemishes on your skin. So this one also does have an AHA in it, which is citric acid, but it's not as strong as, let's say, a Mandelic acid toner. So that's why I absolutely love this. Now this has a rosy scent to it, so if you're someone who has allergic reactions to scents, just approach this with caution. And what else is here? So I think this also has glycerin in it, so it's also very moisturizing, not very drying. Now, although this is alcohol based, let me say it's actually very, very gentle on the skin. And I'm someone who's used alcohol based skincare products for a really long time, and I have not had any adverse effect with them in my skincare. Okay, all right, so next let's move on to another Shiseido product. So I have here my Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. So I love this, and as you guys can see here, I have finished using the bottle, so I have a few drops of this left. And what I love about this is that it just has a way of really plumping my skin, and also it makes my skin look very hydrated, but it doesn't make my skin look extra oily because after all, I am someone who has oily skin. And this also has a way of reducing the appearance of fine lines on my skin. Now, just as I have said in a previous vlog before, the main effect that I am looking in my skincare routine is not products that will make me look like a baby, but it's actually to make my skin look its best at its age. So I am going to be 43 this year, so I'm actually very happy on the overall health and look of my skin. So I'm so happy that I have some fine lines in my face. I'm fine with that because it's just part of getting older. But what I love about all of the skincare products that I'm having right now is that it just makes my skin look healthy. My skin tone is even and everything is bright. like and well hydrated, and that's just what I am looking for, because that's just what I need. And also I'm liking that some of the products here just really help to minimize the appearance of my pores as well. So those are the things that I'm looking for in a skincare product. And I do have to say that I also get that same effect with the Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. Now this has a lot of botanicals in it, so that's usually what you'd get in Japanese skincare products. So you have a lot of plant extracts in them, and that's why mostly in some essences or toners with a lot of botanicals in it, you have some alcohol in the ingredients, because alcohol is really needed to just disrupt the barrier of your skin, the oil barrier, just so that all of these active skincare ingredients in one skincare product can really penetrate deep into your skin. Now the main ingredients of this Shiseido Ultimune, so you have some mushroom extracts here. I forgot the Japanese name. You also have some ginkgo biloba in it, and you also have some glycerin. So it's actually very, very effective and very, very good in my book. So if you are someone who's cautious about some of the certain ingredients of the Shiseido Ultimune, let me just say that it's one of the best serums that I have ever tried, and it always keeps my skin really refreshed. And because this has anti-aging properties in it, it has peptides in it, I actually don't use this in the morning. I only use this at night. So that's always my mantra when I am using products that have skincare ingredients in them. Okay, now the other product that I love to use is the Shiseido Ultimune for Men. Now the main difference between these two products are some of the ingredients inside it, and I think this one has more of the camellia essences in it, which you don't get in this product. So I also love this same effect as this, and the main reason why I'm using this now is because I just practically ran out of it. But if I was going to choose between these two, I would choose this, mainly because I just use it longer than this. Now by the way, this also has a very nice scent to it, quite floral and also citrusy at the same time, so it's actually quite refreshing. Now for the men, it's not as floral, it's actually fresher, and it's quite generic, also a little bit powdery to a certain degree, and I can also smell some citrus in the formulation, so it's actually very, very refreshing as well. So look at that. This is the consistency of the Ultimune for Men. Look at that. Look how hydrating it just makes my hand actually look. It's so amazing. So if you have dry skin, this is actually perfect for you. And if you're someone who has oily skin like I do, it's actually doesn't really make my skin any much more oilier, but it's just really creates a very nice balanced look. Now this is the Ultimune red packaging, almost the same consistency as the Ultimune for Men. And then if we rub it, look at that, also very hydrating, very dewy, very nice. So look at that, these two almost have the same effects on the skin. Fantastic, I love it. Now that I'm smelling both of these serums at the back of my hand, of course the Shiseido Men Ultimune just has a much more masculine scent in comparison to that of the Shiseido Ultimune in the red packaging. Okay. And next what we have here is the Shiseido Benefiance Wrinkle Smoothing Eye Cream. I love this eye cream. I keep one in my makeup kit all the time, and I use this in the under eye area because it just makes the under eyes look quite nice and hydrated. I actually have it on me right now, so it's actually very, very good. Look at that. So the product is like this. It has a very nice creamy texture. It also has a very nice yellow tint to it, which can act as a very nice color corrective thing if you have a lot of purple in your under eyes. This just really helps to minimize that appearance, and it just really brightens up the under eye very nicely. Now, this also has a lot of botanicals in it, lots of active ingredients, but this also has a peptide wherein it's called Matrixyl 3000, one of my most favorite peptides in the market, and it's also anti-aging to a certain degree. But if we look at the ingredients list of this, the Matrixyl 3000 peptide ingredient is listed low in the ingredients list, like almost close to the end. So at least we don't get a very strong concentration of it, because if it was any stronger, it can cause irritation in the under eye area. So it's actually just right. And because Matrixyl 3000 is a anti-aging peptide, so it has exfoliating capabilities. We don't want our under eyes to be exfoliating as we're wearing makeup, because that will also degrade how makeup sits on the skin. So it just has a way of really moisturizing the under eye area, really plumping it. And because it has a very low percentage, so the makeup actually sits quite nicely on top of the under eyes. It doesn't break, it doesn't crack, so it just really keeps my under eyes hydrated. Look at that, look at that. So this is how it looks like. It's amazing, it's beautiful, it's one of my most favorite. And although if you guys can see the packaging here, this only has 15 grams of product in it. You actually don't need to use a lot for it to be effective in your under eyes. So get this, truly I love this. Now, since we're in the topic of under eye creams, this is also one of my most favorite. This is the Sana Namerakahonpo under eye cream. Now, this one took a while for me to appreciate it, maybe because I just use this mostly in the evening, so I can't really observe it in the long run, because I would be asleep when I am wearing this. And the reason why I use this at night is because this has retinol in it, and as I've explained earlier, if there's anything anti-aging listed on a skincare ingredient, I only use this at night. But I have come to appreciate how this Sana Namerakahonpo under eye cream looks like on my eyes. It just really helps to keep fine lines at bay. And look at the consistency of that. It's actually very, very thin, but it's actually very potent. You don't really need to use a lot of this to see any positive effects on the under eyes, because after all, it has retinol in it. I think it has 2 types of retinol in the ingredients, and one of the active ingredients here is also soybean extract. So it really does hydrate the under eye. It also really helps in ensuring that it just keeps your fine lines at bay, and that's what I love about it. So as you guys can see, it's still quite nice and hydrated, and it has a very nice sheen to it, which I actually appreciate. But I don't use this in the daytime, and I actually use this in tandem with my other retinol products. And speaking of retinol, one of my most favorite retinol products is from the brand Unlabel Lab. So as you guys can see, I'm almost out of this, and this is my second retinol bottle from them. And I don't go through retinol very, very fast, because I only use retinol once a week, and I usually use my retinol the evening before I shave off. So now that you see that I don't have any beard, so I did use this at night, and look how bright my skin looks. Look how hydrated, and also very even. I really love this. I actually don't know the percentage of the retinol used in this, but I do know that this is made of hydrogenated retinol. But it's actually very effective, but also very gentle at the same time, because I do remember the first time I used this, I did not see any redness on my skin. I did not see any peeling whatsoever, no irritation whatsoever, and that's what I love about this, because I did use another retinol product before this, and I could see that my skin was very, very red, and that was not something that I appreciated at that time, because it just meant that the retinol that I was using was just too strong for my own personal liking. But when I found this, oh my gosh, I do love it. Amazing, super. It just really nourishes my skin, and it just really renews it. Now, the main reason why I only use this once a week is because one of my core skincare products that I use in a almost daily basis has glycolic acid in it. So again, I have to be very careful that I am not over exfoliating my skin, because glycolic acids do exfoliate the skin. Retinols exfoliate the skin, so any form of excess can do more harm than good. So that's that. Now I do have to say that Unlabel Lab, the main maker of this retinol, is one of my most favorite Japanese skincare brands that I have come across this past a year and a half, and I've actually been enjoying their products. And I have here two vitamin C products that I also love from Unlabel Lab. So we have a vitamin C essence here, so which is like a serum, and I have a vitamin C spot cream here. So this spot cream is what I use just in case if I get a blemish on my skin and it starts to turn dark. Hang on, so I actually just get a little bit of this. I pump it behind my hand. Look at that. So it's actually a cream, and it has a yellowish color to it because of course it's vitamin C. And then I put this on the spot. So mind you, I don't only put this on a spot on my face, I put it in any spot in my body, and it really helps to make the spot appear lighter. And in a week, I don't see it as dark as it was when it first started. And it just really has a way of ensuring that your skin goes back into its proper tone. And I love this. Again, you won't see it, but it just blends quite nicely into the skin. And also one thing, by the way, the percentage of vitamin C in this spot cream is 25%. So it's actually very strong, so you don't need a lot of this product to be very effective on the skin. Now, in the vein of vitamin C, the vitamin C essence, so this one has 15% vitamin C on it. So as you guys can see, it's 15 here. And I love just how bright this vitamin C makes my skin, and it also really helps booster the effectiveness of my sunscreen. And this just also has a way of moisturizing my skin very nicely because this is glycerin based. And I can also say that for the retinol, by the way. So both of these products have glycerin in them. So for someone like me who has oily skin, I have the tendency of actually not using moisturizers because I live in a very humid country. This product is like a 2-in-1 product for me, wherein I get the benefits of a vitamin C product and of course the hydrating and moisturizing effect of the glycerin in it. And I just love how it looks on my skin. So I am using this on my skin today. Look at that. I'm not using any sunscreen. So look how hydrated it looks. Look how even, look how bright. And it's a very cloudy day today. I don't have any artificial lighting with me, but look how illuminated my skin is, and look how healthy my skin looks, and again how even my skin tone looks. So I really love this vitamin C 15 essence from Unlabel Lab. Now I also love the science behind this because they found a way of actually using pressure on ensuring that all of the active ingredients in these products actually penetrate deep into your skin, and I love it. And I also love the package design of this. So they also have niacinamide essence, they also have a placenta essence, and they also have different colors with that. So by the way, I have talked about all of these products individually here on my channel, and if you're interested to see my first-hand experience, or if you want to see me talk about all of these products in depth, I'm gonna put the links down on the description box that you can go and check it out depending on which product you are actually interested to know more about. Okay, all right, so that's everything facial care down, and let's move on to body care. All right, so I have here a Urea Cream. So this is also from Shiseido, and this has 10% urea in it, and I love this. So if you are somebody who is experiencing some scaling in your hands, or if your hands is peeling, or even on your on your foot, using this just has a way of exfoliating those dead skin cells from those parts of your body. Even on your elbows, you can use this. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's actually also so effective. And let me just show you guys how this looks like. Okay, so this is how the cream looks like. very nice consistency, very thick. Look at that, but it just has a way of like, really like, sinking into your skin, and it has a very nice scent to it, nothing overpowering. It's actually so good. Like, I use this all the time. So especially like, if I finish doing the laundry and I've had use a bleach. So this Urea Cream just has a way of like, really hydrating my skin again, and making it go back into making it look healthy, and also like, my cuticles are not like, cracking up. So I love this, and like, do get this if you are going to Japan, especially for someone who has keratosis pilaris. This is also good for you, so do check it out. This comes in different sizes as well, so depends on how much you need it. Get this. It's so good. It's so good. And the final product that I have here is body wash. So I love this Biore U body wash. First of all, I fell in love with this because of the scent. It has a very nice citrusy scent to it, and it just has a very nice refreshing feeling. So I first bought this in this packaging, and ever since I got this, like, years ago, every time I go back to Japan, I always buy myself like, a 900 ml Tetra Pak, and I bring it home with me, and I just transfer it into a like, pump bottle here at home. And I love this. It just has a way of moisturizing my skin, keeping it smooth and supple, and I don't feel it stripping my skin excessively and making it feel dry, which I actually love. So do get this. I do love it. It's super good, super good. So this is made by Kao. Okay, so as you guys have noticed, I'm not talking anything about sunscreen, and the main reason why is because Japanese sunscreen is very different from most sunscreen products that you get either in America, Europe, or Australia. And the main reason why I have also not been trying a lot of like, the Japanese sunscreen products is because it's not something that I gravitate to. As you guys have like, for sure seen in a lot of YouTube videos, the way people describe Japanese sunscreen is that the consistency is very thin, it's very light, and for some strange reason they don't think that the coverage is optimal. Now, if there's one thing that you need to understand, like, in Japanese culture, people really take care of their skin there. So if there is any time that they are exposed to the sun, they would either wear a hat or they will wear like long sleeves. So they already wear physical barriers for the sun not to penetrate their skin, and that's why their sunscreen products are actually lighter in comparison to a lot of like, sunscreen products either in America, Australia, and in Europe. So if you're watching this and if you're from like, the western portion of the world, I think you should purchase sunscreen that is made specifically for your market, because it's going to be more effective for you. Like, for example, in Australia, you need thicker sunscreen because the sun there like, really hits the skin differently. And also here in the Philippines, I need a thicker consistency of sunscreen, and also like, with a higher percentage of SPF. So that's one thing that you guys have to take note when you're purchasing like, sunscreen from Japan. So not unless if you're someone who like, wears hats all the time, who wears long sleeves, or who like, use a parasol whenever you're going out under the sun, then a Japanese sunscreen can be effective for you. But again, this is like, a personal preference, and just like, weigh like, the options that is available for you, and also of your like, lifestyle. So if you're someone who likes to go under the sun, always choose a sunscreen that will work for you in the environment that you are in. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so those are my top Japanese skincare recommendations that I am hoping that you will be also interested in trying when you go to Japan. So you can buy them either in Don Quixote, so the most like, famous Don Quixote. Gussie, what's wrong? Yes, Chia. Okay, so let's let them calm down a bit, and then I'm gonna come right back. Alright, so my dog Gus is now at the very front of the house, but I think we can barely hear him, so which is okay. So anyway, so where were we? Yeah, where do we purchase all of these products when we're in Japan? As I've said earlier, Don Quixote, like, your one-stop shopping stop in Japan. Whenever you're there, you can get them there. And of course, you can get any of these in various drugstores in Japan, like Mitsumoto, Kiyoshi. Okay, so but before I let you go, there's one more skincare product that I would really recommend with you guys, especially if you are a boy watching this. You should check out the brand Clearful. I actually bought that, but I haven't tried it. But I actually gave it to my cousin who has been suffering, some from acne, and even like, some like spots on his face, and he really told me that it was very effective. So basing off of the brand name, I think this just has a way of actually clearing up the skin. He told me that there was one product that I gave him which was like a spot cream, so I think that was like heavy on salicylic acid, because it really like diminishes like his acne from like really erupting, and I really love that. So the brand is Clearful, so the picture is here on the side, so do check it out. I bought that in a department store when I was in Kyoto, when I was there last September. So yeah, do check that out. Okay, yeah, so that's it for my vlog today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have any more questions about my experience using all of these products, please let me know down in the comments box. Let's have a conversation about it. All right, okay, so that's it for me today. I'm gonna let you guys go now. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye.